Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. It's Alicia and Greg of Safety Integrations here. And today, I'm gonna have you just introduce our topic. We're talking about a service area of yours. What is it?
We're gonna talk a little bit about OSHA logs and DART rate.
Okay, so what are those?
It's the tracking mechanism that companies have to report to OSHA. So if you're having an incident, you have to collect the information. What happens a lot of times if an OSHA inspector shows up, they're going to ask to see their logs.
Okay.
So they want to see what's going on, what kind of injuries, what you're dealing with, so they can determine the DART rate. So that's how they track it, and that's days away restricted time. And that's a problem for a lot of companies because a lot of people make mistakes. It's not very clear. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's a little bit gray, and you have to be able to understand, is this recordable or is it not recordable? And then it gets really confusing, like when Steph was talking about workers' comp. Mm-hmm. Just because it's a days away restricted time might not make it a workers' comp claim, or because it's a workers' comp claim might not make it a days away restricted time. Mm-hmm. So part of what we do is we get involved with our clients when we're doing our investigations and our reenactments, and we're looking at the way the doctor, it might depend the way the doctor treats the employee. If they get a prescription or a type of treatment, it might be recordable, it might not be. So we go through the weeds with them, so to speak, and we're like, okay, this one goes on your log, and this is how you do it. We just don't put it on for them. We teach them all how to do it. So the idea is to train them so they can run their own program and we don't have to be there. Mm-hmm. So that's basically the short, easy version of it, because it can be a little bit tricky at times.
Right. So you mentioned people have problems or people make mistakes. Obviously that happens. Do they know when there's mistakes or problems going on in this guide or this area, or not so much?
Usually not.
Okay.
You might, and a lot of times we find people put too much on their days away restricted time or on the OSHA log, and just because they were unsure. And it becomes an issue, or they might not put enough. Yeah. So it can go both ways. Some people try to hide things, and that's not what you do. That's just, we always do the right thing. So it is what it is. You manage it, you put it where it needs to go, you do your calculations. You want to make sure that you're right, though, because the worst way to find out is when you're in the middle of an inspection, because it's usually one of the first things that OSHA likes to see. They want to see the logs, and they want to see your written program. So we like to do reviews and make sure and you're supposed to keep it up as incidents occur. So you want to make sure you're staying on that. It's not something you wait till the end of the year to do. Right.
And you're there to make sure that the people who are handling those understand every part of it, and they're not just like, oh yeah, I kind of know about this, and not everything. So when OSHA comes, they're not caught off guard. They understand.
Absolutely. One of our services, and Steph, like she said, she's more in the office. You can get a hold of her a lot easier than most of our field people. So you would call and say, hey, I have a question on this, or next time the safety guy's out, let him take a look at it. So we just try to make it simple, easy. But again, we're trying to train the people that we're working with how to do everything. So again, it's simple, it's quick. They got it, they know. And what we usually do is, hey, well, let's do a review. You had 3 incidents last week. Why is there uptick? Yeah. We don't want this to continue. They were all minor. But we just don't want 3 small ones to become one big one. Right. So the communication when something goes wrong ties into the whole DART rate, the OSHA 300 logs. It's just a paper trail, so to speak, more than anything. Okay,
cool. So pretty simple, very understandable. So you heard him mention a few times in this video, Steph talking about different points. If you just found yourself on this page, for this one video, make sure that you're checking out the rest of the website, safetyintegration.com. You're already there. Just click around a little bit to learn a little bit more about the other services that they offer, to kind of hear from Steph and Tony from the Safety Integration team. You can also get in contact with the team and give them a call for filling out the Contact Us form, and they're going to be looking forward to talking with you real soon. So thank you, and thanks, Greg.
Thank you.